Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Yin Yoga class. This time we're going to be focusing on the legs. So we're going to begin just by sitting. We're going to close our eyes and just take a few moments to arrive. So just take a few moments and set your intention, and we're also going to be beginning to utilize our Ujjayi breathing. So you want to constrict the back of your throat like you're fogging up a mirror or making an ocean sound, basically, with your throat. So we're just going to be here for a few minutes, utilizing our Ujjayi breathing and arriving. It's a really important time in any yoga class, the beginning, to just let the events of the day wash off of us and get us in the mindset to just relax and do something good for our body. And our Ujjayi breathing, doing this while we arrive, is turning on our parasympathetic nervous system so that we can begin to rest and digest instead of being in fight or flight constantly. And if you're able, you can try to utilize the Ujjayi breath through the entire practice today. Just being mindful of your breath, especially during the long holds that we're going to have. So we're going to begin just extending your legs out in front of you. And if you have a bolster or a blanket, this can be really nice as well to really help you relax. So you can, if your hamstrings are really tight, you can put the bolster or blanket under your knees, kind of like this, and just extend or pull them apart a little bit so your body can go in between. Or you can put it up top and just kind of relax over the top of it. But we're going to go into our first pose, which is the caterpillar. So we're going to extend our legs out in front of us. Again, if you want to leave a little bit of room so your body can go in between, that could be really nice too. But we're just going to fold over, and wherever you initially stop is where you want to hang out for a bit. That's going to be our first edge. So we're gonna hang out, and as we're in the pose, our body will start to open up more and more, and we'll be able to go in deeper. So we're gonna be here for a few minutes, just folding over our legs. And again, try to keep that Ujjayi breathing going, just to really keep you relaxed through the whole thing, because these can be kind of intense if you haven't done it either before or in a while. You just want to relax your body. Don't try to force anything. Just let the shape do the work. And if you start to find your mind wandering like they do, just try to bring it back to the breath. The sooner you realize it, the more mindful you can start to be in your breathing, and the more you can kind of try to control your thoughts. And if you're feeling any tingling or any pain, definitely come out. Don't try to stay in it. Or again, if you need, you can put a bolster or a blanket under your knees to kind of reduce the amount of pressure that you're putting into it. And if you start to find that your body's opening up, again, you can go further. Just don't go to where it hurts. Just go to where your body naturally stops, and it'll continue to open up the longer we're in the pose. And we're going to start to come up, but we want to do this really slowly. So just walk your hands back up and tilt your hips back to release your legs. And then we can do, I really love to do the windshield wipers in between poses. So just moving your knees from side to side. It gets a really nice internal and external rotation in your hips. It's just a really nice release. You can also do a tabletop if you wish and put your head back, or you could do a slide if you want. Whatever you want. My go-to is definitely the windshield wipers. And we're going to move on to half butterfly. So bring your right leg in to your hips and extend your left leg. And you can either side bend if you want, but that's not very sustainable. Or you can just bend over or bend into the middle. Again, this is a great place for your bolster, so you can really relax into the pose. So I'm going to go in the middle today. If you're doing this in the morning like I am, your body might still be a little bit tight. So again, don't try to force yourself. We're just going to be here for a couple of minutes. And again, if your hamstring is too tight, you can put a blanket or bolster under your leg too. If you're really open and you just go straight to the floor, you can extend your arms. Just want to do whatever feels good in your body. And if you catch your mind wandering, just again try to implement that Ujjayi breathing and promote more relaxation. Your mind's always going to wander, but it's the key of bringing it back that really is important. And if your body's starting to open up and offering for you to go deeper, go ahead and do that. If not, that's okay. Come out again slowly, push the floor away. Roll back on your hips to release them, and maybe with the groan, bring your left leg in to meet your right one, and just put the bottom of your feet together, and we're going to go to a long-legged butterfly now. So In other yoga practices, you might have your feet really close to your hips, but that's not what we're going for today. So we're gonna extend our legs and just roll over the top of them. So I like to put my arms under my legs. It just gives me a little bit more room. You can extend them out. You can kind of put them in the middle. It's up to you. Again, we're just going to go to our first edge and wait for our body to allow us to go deeper. If you need, you can put a bolster in between and roll or lay on top of it like this, just to give you a little bit of extra support. And if you're finding that your hips are really, really tight and this is as far as you can bend over, that's okay. Again, use a bolster. Yin is very allowing, so wherever you are is where your body is supposed to be right now. And just try to remember to focus on the breath. And if you can keep up the Ujjayi breathing, I definitely recommend it. If you found that your body's opened up and you can go deeper, you can go ahead and do that. Just as long as you're not feeling any pain or burning or electrical feelings. And we're gonna start to come back up. So again, push the floor away, nice and slow. Roll back on your hips. And we're going to bring our left leg in now and extend our right one for our half butterfly on our other side. So again, you can go down the middle, use a bolster. You can go kind of just down your knee. If you want to get a side stretch in just for a little bit, you can do that too, just don't do it the whole time. So we're gonna go ahead and fold into our half butterfly on the other side. And just get lost in your breath. If your mind is wandering, just bring it back. Just try to focus on your breath. In and exiting at your own pace. And utilizing Ujjayi breathing if you are still able, or if it's within your practice. And we're going to begin to come out. So again, push the floor away slowly. Maybe you want to pause when you get up, just get your bearings a little bit, and then roll back onto your hips. And we're actually just going to go straight into extending both legs. Go into our straddle pose. And this can be quite intense. So if you don't want to just come to the floor, or if you can't, or you're just right here, your bolster has different settings. So you can go basically to any height that you need until your body begins to open up again. So we're just going to start to come forward slowly. And again, don't force it. Don't go too hard or too deep. We're going to be here for a little bit, so you've got time. Just let your body open up in its own time. And again, that Ujjayi breath is really going to promote the opening of your body. So if you're able to still do that, if it's still within your practice, I would definitely recommend it. And just remember, you don't want to be flexing in these positions. You want to be as relaxed as possible so you can really get into your body and open up from the inside out, essentially. your body invites you to open up or invites you to go deeper, you can do that. And if your mind begins to wander, just find your breath again and try to get lost in it. And if you need to come out early, you definitely can. This is a pretty intense pose, especially when you hold it for a long time. So if you need to come out, you can just sit in child's pose and we'll meet you there. And slowly, slowly, slowly push your way up. Might groan a little bit. Sound like a very old person. Roll back on your hips and bring your legs in. And again, do a windshield wipe, the tabletop slide, whatever you need to just release your legs a little bit. We're just going to take a minute. We're going to just go into child's pose. You can do it wide-legged. You can do it with your knees touching. You can put your arms to your side. Extend your arms. Whatever you need for your body today. And you're just going to take this time to rest. And we're going to bring ourselves back up. If you're in a wide-legged child's pose, just bring your knees together. And we're just going to lean back on our hips a little, or on our ankles a little bit, excuse me. And if you need a little bit of extra stretch, you can start to raise your knees up to wherever it feels good in your own body. And then just put your hands behind you for a little bit of extra support. This is going to be really intense, but we are not going to be here long. We often don't give our ankles the love that they deserve, and this pose will tell you that. Okay, so I'm just going to move forward a little bit, and I'm going to keep my knees together, but move your feet to where you're sitting in between your feet. This is going to be another really good ankle stretch, and it's also going to get your quads really nicely. And there's a few different variations to this one. If you want, you can just, you can lay back or lean back on your hands, go to your elbows. You can go all the way back onto the floor, or you can put your bolster right up against your tailbone and fold back that way. It's really just up to you and what your body needs today. So we're going to just go ahead and go back to whatever you're feeling in your own body and what your body needs. And we're just going to be here for a few minutes. And just close your eyes. Again, if this gets too intense, come out, hang out in child's pose, and then we can move on. Or if you need to go into an easier position, so if you just need to lay back on your elbows or your hands, you can definitely do that. And just get lost in your breath. Mind starts to wander, just bring it back to your breathing. And we're going to start to come back up. So whatever way you went down, that's the way we're going to get up. So you kind of push your elbows into the floor and kind of bring you back up. And then walk back up to your hands. And from here, we're just going to bring our legs back out from under us and extend them. And this is a great time to get a blanket because it can get a little cold because we're really not warming up our bodies or our muscles at all in this practice. So if you want to, cover up your body, and we're just going to go right back down into our Shavasana. So I won't be reminding you to go back to your breath in this. This is for ultimate relaxation and just to kind of set in what we've done in our practice today. Remember to relax your forehead and your eyebrows. Bring relaxation into your jaw, into the sides of your eyes, shoulders, your arms, fingers, your hips, your legs, all the way down to your toes. And just welcome cleansing air into your lungs. So utilizing the ujjayi breathing if you wish. And start to move your fingers and your toes. Just bring a little bit of movement to your body. Work up to moving your wrists and your ankles. Maybe drawing little circles. And bring your arms up over your head. Give a big stretch. Stretching out your entire body. And release and come over to your left side. Just a moment. Feel this through your body again. And when you're ready, come back up to a seated position on your mat. And if you want to sit here for just a moment to kind of reground yourself or just soak everything in, that's okay. But if you're ready to end this practice with me, bring your arms over your head with a deep exhale or inhale. And exhale your hands down to your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you feel a nice calm and that you're ready to take on your day with us. Thank you and namaste.